Hello, and welcome to Financial Fluence. Today, we'll be talking about side hustles that you can do to earn more income. First and foremost, I believe it's unsurprising that the more revenue sources you have, the more money you make. And the average millionaire appears to be a perfect example of this. According to the Internal Revenue Service, 65% of millionaires have at least 3 sources of income. 45% have 4 sources of income, and 29% have 5 or more sources of income. Yes, the IRS is constantly monitoring, but when they break down how and why people start to make so much money, it's worth paying attention to so that you may mimic some of these methods for yourself through side hustles that you can start right now and cost you nothing. So, without further ado, here are my top 6 free side hustles and revenue streams that you can start working on right now. Alright, so for the first one, we'll go through the most basic of side hustles, which is selling things you already have on Facebook, eBay, or Craigslist. Now, I understand that this requires you to own anything to begin with, but I'm willing to bet that almost all of us have something in our possession that we don't use anymore or that is collecting dust in a closet. If that's the case, those are the ideal products to start selling for cash on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, or Craigslist. Make it really simple to list everything you have. Put it up for auction and have the buyer pay for delivery, as well as your time commitment for just photographing what you want to sell, posting it on the internet, making a description, and sending it out. You're out nothing once it sells. And even if it doesn't sell, you still get to retain what you have. The disadvantage is that it's not a reliable source of money, and there is a limit to how much you can sell before you're living in an apartment with nothing but a mattress on the floor. But at the very least, it's a good place to start because you'll get paid for things you already own, clear out a lot of clutter, and make room for additional activities. And it's something that probably 90% of you can do right now for no money. Second, sign up for focus groups and earn anything from $5 to $500 for a few minutes to a few hours of work. For those unfamiliar with what this is or how it works, companies want your feedback on upcoming projects or services so that they can better understand what customers want when they go to market. So they hire focus groups to get an unbiased opinion on what they have to offer and then make adjustments accordingly. The pay varies depending on how long it takes, whether it's done online or in person, and how specific of a demographic they require. But if you don't have anything else going on, you might as well do this and get some extra cash. Third, let's talk about another side hustle that anyone might undertake, which is free online item flipping. Now, this is something that Gary Vee has talked about a lot, and the more I looked into it, the more I understood that he's right. There's a lot of amazing content that people are giving out for free on the internet. For instance, go to Craigslist and look under the for sale area for something that contains my favorite word. It's free. Seriously. Take a look at all of the free items available. And if you're looking for a low-cost side hustle that can earn you some money, this is it. Of course, I'm sure there will be some naysayers, but we have everything. Everything is merely junk that no one wants. And what a waste of time. Yes, some of it isn't ideal, such as this rock or a 5-foot extension wire. But if you keep looking, you'll find a free working refrigerator. No joke. With an adequate advertisement and not a fuzzy picture, someone will pay $100 for this. Pick it up, post it on Facebook Marketplace with better photos, and then sell them for a profit to someone else. Or here's a working piano that you might want to sell to someone else. And yes, there's a lot of strange crap on here that you'll have to sort through. But please, it's not like Steinway pianos and restoration hardware furniture will be given away. The majority of what you see will be a diamond in the rough, and it's up to you to figure out what to look for and how to market and sell it online. But as usual, be cautious when meeting people from the internet because YouTube instructed you to do anything like this. Just remember to prioritize your safety over profit. Although Gary Vee is correct, this may be a terrific side hustle for anyone willing to put in the effort. Now, I'm going to say something that maybe a lot of people don't want to hear, But if you're looking for a side hustle, getting part-time work is definitely the best option. To be honest, I'm astonished by how complicated people want to make things, because the part-time job is typically the first thing that comes to mind when looking for extra cash. It doesn't have to be flashy, and it doesn't have to pay you a lot of money. But if you're willing to assist a local business by doing some work for them, or working outside of typical business hours, look into your choices. Examine Craigslist, LinkedIn, Monster.com, and any other job search websites. You may even ask around while you go about your daily routine to see who's recruiting. And if there's a labor shortage, you probably have a lot more clout than you think. Many organizations, I know for a fact, are trying to hire additional customer support agents from home. They're searching for data entry jobs as well as anything else you can do from home. This does not require you to leave your house. But nonetheless, there's no shame in hard work. And if you're trying to supplement your income, this is one of the most straightforward methods to do it. Even if you work full-time, you can work on weekends, evenings, or any other time you have off. Come on next, number 5. We can't discuss side hustles without discussing my personal fave. And that would be credit card churning. This is the practice of signing up for a new credit card and then spending a certain amount to receive a sign-up bonus. Typically, these offers vary from $100 to $300 on the low end to as much as $2,000 on the high end for some of the luxury credit cards. Regardless, it takes next to no time to complete. It improves your credit score in the long run. Plus, who doesn't like free stuff? Of course, some may object, but you said they were all going to be free, and to earn a credit card sign-up bonus, you have to officially spend money? You're absolutely correct. This will require you to spend money, but you'll almost certainly be spending money anyway. So instead of using your regular credit or debit card, use the new credit card to receive the sign-up bonus. That way, you won't have to do anything more than you're already doing, and the problem will be solved. If you want some fast examples, the Bank of America Cash Rewards Card will pay you $200 in cash back when you spend $1,000 in the first 90 days. With no annual fee, it's a terrific card to retain for the long haul. Even better is the Chase Freedom Flex, which offers the same $200 cash back, but requires only $500 in spending in the first 3 months to qualify for the bonus. Also, the incentive system is fantastic. Or the new Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card, which is completely new and will offer you $200 if you spend $1,000 in the first 3 months. All of this comes with no annual fee and a 0% APR for the first 15 months. The MX Blue Cash Rewards Card, which has no annual charge, will offer you another $200 if you spend $2,000 in the first 6 months. So for roughly 20 minutes of labor, you may get $800 in incentives without spending any further money and without having to pay any annual fees. If you want to learn more about how to accomplish this, look up credit card churning on Google or watch the YouTube channels Ask Sebi and Credit Shifu, which publish the newest credit card offers as soon as they become available. NerdWallet and The Points Guy are the 2 other wonderful resources that I use frequently. Following that, we have number 6, which is monetizing any monetizable skill you have. And if that sounds complicated, it's not. I just made it sound a lot harder than it really is. But if you're strong at something or have a teachable ability, like getting the first comment on one of my videos, you might convert it into a lucrative side business. If you're a brilliant pianist, consider offering piano lessons. Or if you're good at arithmetic, consider math tutoring. If you have writing skills, offer to assist them with their website sales scripts, emails, or anything else they may require assistance with. Alternatively, if you're excellent at art, consider turning them into NFTs and selling them on OpenSea, as one 12-year-old did for $400,000. If you're good at anything, chances are someone else out there needs your aid and is prepared to pay for it. Unfortunately, I can't give you particular instructions because it all relies on what you're excellent at. But I used to do consultancy work and educate other people on how to expand their business as real estate agents, or how to identify certain deals as a real estate investor. I don't make these consulting calls very often any longer, but it's a nice side business to have, and you could gradually expand it up. Find your monetizable expertise, assess your abilities, and charge accordingly for your services. Finally, I realize this is the most cliche thing ever, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention making YouTube videos. Now, I realize it's not easy to make money on YouTube. It takes a lot of effort, and if you just want to make money quickly, you're definitely better off working any other job. You'll be spending a lot of time making a lot of free videos without getting anything in return, and people will tell you how bad your content is at first. But if you enjoy making YouTube videos and have something to share, you can turn this into a profitable side hustle without spending any money up front. So keep in mind that this is not something you should do if you want to make money quickly. Instead, it should ideally be something you would want to do for free. However, if this is your passion and if you stick with it, you can absolutely turn it into a very profitable side hustle without spending any money. The same thing goes for making TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, or really anything that you can stay consistent with. I think there's a lot of potential out there, and I truly feel we're just getting started. Anyway, if you have a phone with a decent camera and a computer to edit on, you probably have all you need. Everything else can be learned as you go, and all that matters is that you enjoy yourself. So there you have it, my recommendations for the finest realistic side hustles that you can start with no money down and potentially make $100 every day. Obviously, it will take time, but there is no entry barrier. And if you have the consistency and determination to pursue things, you can make a great side income. That being said, I'd want to thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like it, subscribe, and click the notification bell, and leave your thoughts in the comments section below. That's all for now, and I'll see you again soon.